just got out here and started in a new part of the 200-acre wood. And I didn't know if I was in a good spot. I do know it's a good spot for probably deer hunting because there's torn up trees everywhere. But I got my first high signal. I've got a bunch of signals over this ridge. And to back up a minute, look at that. To back up a minute, this is not the same spot. But this is another part in the series that I haven't called a series, where I found the ammo cans. Roughly 1,000 rounds of blanks and the mortar. And then I just dug this, which had an excellent signal, but it's not that old. We need a cleaning tree to see if it says Yale on it. It's older than that. It says, we need some more cleaning tree. It says the same thing it did before we cleaned it. Frames, something tumbler. Never heard of that. But we shall harvest and press on. What we're searching for is 1914 to 1918 stuff. Find number 2 is a head stamp. I wonder if these are what I'm hitting so many of. And these could be the head stamps off of shells for mortar rounds, or they could be a simple hunter's head stamp. But nonetheless, we shall harvest and keep pressing on. I've got my iron discrimination turned down to about 33. And I'm getting signals everywhere. So I haven't dug any. Except this one. I want to know if it's just pieces of cans everywhere. Not like the lemon cans, but other cans. Or what it is. Once we know, then I don't know if I need to start digging every one of these signals. I don't know why I always dig. I mean, I do know. Forget that. What are these signals? And why don't they come out of the ground? There's a piece of metal. That's just a piece of metal. So surely it's not these, just everywhere. Could be. Another, same number. I took the time to kick the trash and stuff back this time. Now I want to know what it is. I know what that is. Do you know what that is? That one is obviously done with what it's supposed to do, but who'd have thunk it, right? I'm making my way down a deer trail. This is an exact 64, 65 on the dot. That is another I'm beginning to think these are not head stamps. But they may be. We'll clean them up and look at them later. I just dug another CO2 cartridge. Interesting. They must have trained with BB guns too. Other than that padlock, got a really nice 82. I really want to get a coin out of this dirt. I mean, really. Really, like, really. That is a melted piece of aluminum. And like all pieces of melted aluminum or lead you find somewhere, you always say, must have been a civil camp. Another on the nose 80s. I meant Civil War camp a minute ago. See, I can't even be a smart mouth very good. So we got an 80 right here. What are you, little 80? Besides, not where I dug. So, it keeps burrowing deeper and deeper. It knows I'm coming. That happens sometimes. Another piece of aluminum. Okay, we may leave this spot because that's not very exciting. I wasn't going to dig it because it was another 81, but I couldn't help it. Another piece of aluminum. Do you know what that is? This was another mixed signal, 80s and iron, and I'm thinking it's what I'm thinking it is. But now that I look at it, it is not what I think it is. It is 100% iron, and looks like something off an old tool. I want to know for sure, but it's so full of mud. I need to clean up. So there it is. Remember, we go back to the early 1900s. So what do you think that is? I don't know. Perfect. '80-81 that I said I'd never dig again, but I'm pretty far from that spot now. So I am hoping that is a coin. Could be just a modern dime or a can. Or that, which is quite beautiful. That is nothing but we shall harvest. High 70s, 80s. Oh, another one of those. But that's okay. It only took me that much dirt to find that. That's what's important. We've traveled several mountains from over there. We got 82, 83 right here. It's going to be, I don't know what it is. I am have walked so far to get out of what we're currently digging over and over and over. Well, it's grass. It's just a nozzle for a hose. But we shall harvest. World War I did have horses in it. Remember, I found one World War I bridle. Sorry, my nose is running. Rosette. And if I look at this close enough, I'm pretty sure that's the horseshoe from the horse that was wearing that rosette. You can only tell that kind of stuff with years of experience. Notice my holations on camera. It's beautiful. There's a little dip in the side of this hill, and I've been all over this hill, but this little dip that's dug out was either from something exploding, but more likely a tree that fell over. And the root ball hole is left right here. So if that's the case, then it means a hunter sat right here and hunt Ed. And it's going to be a head stamp. I've never been a fan of hunting out of a tree stand. I mean, the view is wonderful. Let me change that. I don't mind hunting out of a tree stand that has okay, this is going to be a can. A tree stand with steps and a little door. I do not like climbers that you have to hook on a tree. I'm not digging any further. See how that keeps going? That is an aluminum can. 60, 67. I wouldn't have stopped to dig it, but I'm getting very few signals on the side of the mountain. I am looking for a new digger too, because this one is horrible. Can you get out of there? You think about it. Okay, I guess the reason I wasn't going to dig this is because I thought it was just another bullet, and it may be just a hole full of them, but I don't want another hole full of bullets right now. I got a feeling it's going to be a bullet. I know you're, oh, it's not. There's another horseshoe. Just goes to show you. Doesn't matter if it's 40s or 60s in the AT gold. Dig everything, because that is a hunk of iron. That did not ring up as iron. Let's press on. I finally got a signal Oh man, now it's hitting 70s. 70s to 80s. That's probably gonna be another bullet. I really thought this now it's ringing up in the 90s. I was really hoping it was gonna be something that was silver. And I'm about to find out if it is or it isn't. Okay, let's go with is or isn't. It's so deep. It's gonna be another can. Maybe not. There it is. It's one of those aluminum caps. Man, I was hoping that was a brighter rosette. A little bit small. That's just a aluminum cap off of something that I don't remember. I got a great signal here and just kicked the leaves back. And it is a gear. I love gears. Or is it a handle? It's a gear. If it had numbers on it, we could figure out what it was. It's broken right here. I know it seems crazy, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. No, not really. I'm gonna carry this out of here, even though it's kind of heavy. And I've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Well, I thought I had something good right here, but it says at 85, 83. It's not crunchy at all, so it should not be iron. But you can't really tell those things on the AT Gold or Pro. So it could be just a can. I will go ahead and confess something too. I haven't been totally honest since I turned the camera off and back on the last time, which is only a second ago. I decided not to haul that gear out because I decided not to haul that gear out. It was just heavy. That's a lovely L from the upside down. I've got a large one in charge. 45 right here. I don't know if that's a rock. I think it is a rock. But like I said many times, I may be wrong. Maybe it's right here. Because that's where the signal was. How do you make this work? Okay, I'm wrong. That is metal. So, it is big. Okay, not so big. My wire's breaking on my headphones. But that's normal. This must be another track piece. See, the whole hill is rocks. It's kind of hard to determine what is the what. And that's where I'm stuck right now. From what I've found is if you dig up the item, it's gonna be a piece of tiny aluminum foil. If you dig up the item where the signal comes from, you'll find it. But if you don't and you dig near it, okay, that's a rock. There's a helicopter down there. It's helicoptering. So it's making it difficult to do what I'm doing. There's the metal. I know what you're asking yourself. Dude, dig that thing up. Well, I will, but I still want to take my time because a variety of reasons. This is ridiculous. That turned out to be a substantial amount of work for what looks like a blown out end of an axle. We're gonna go with that. 7880. It goes all the way down. I'm thinking it's gonna be a wire, but it may not be. Sometimes in these little stringy looking now I'm thinking it's going to be a can, a wire, a can. I can't hear myself talking because I've got on a hat and a hoodie like my homies. And it's colder than it used to be when it was warm. See, this time, if you notice my technique, I usually dig on this side of the object and then work hard to make it fall in that hole. This time I dug the hole right there and then I'm going to work hard to make it fall into that hole. And there's gotta be a reason why I do that. I'm not really sure what it is, but a lot of times it has a lot to do with finding pieces of aluminum like that. That's the way you want to dig those, so you can like break them like that. I'm hoping this solid 75 and high is not just a can, but it tends to be that often when you're on the side of a hill next to a road, because people would throw cans out their windows. It's a good thing I'm not on the side of a road, which means this may be an aluminum tube. Or not. What is that? That's the whole insides of it. So there you go. That one's got a little flavor left on the bottom. What's the harvest? That 30-something iron is what's known as a kickover. When you walk around and find it and you move the leaves, you just kick them over and there you go. So this is a bonus, a kickover in 3 pines. Now this entire area right in here, all of this everywhere from here to here, the 60s and 70s. So what it is a mountain of bullets. Let's put myself to the test. Look at that back. Look at this back. Look at this back. And we'll just practice right here. We'll put that thing right there. We'll get this yellow submarine. And we'll do that. I say we get 5. And only 5. And then we decide if we're gonna go on. What do you think? I think we're thinking the same. Unless it is. Yeah, those are a little different. Unless we find a whole box again. And there could be a whole box again in here. But the only way to know is to see if there's a whole box again in here. Tatsu. So let's move away and see if it's the same thing down here. My guess is, yeah, probably. So I think we're going to need to read those. Those look a little shorter than the average round. .35 low tone, piece of iron, really shallow. It's another CO2 cartridge. So now I gotta find out what CO2 cartridges were used for, and potentially World War I through Vietnam, because I don't know. But you know the routine. .67. So far I've walked a pretty good ways from where I said all those signals are coming from. And I'm thinking that's what I'm going to get again right here. But because the whole area was covered in them. And see, there's another one, but that's different. It's even more different when I get mud all over it. I got a 99.2 right here, a real high one. A high 99.2 with a little scratchy around it, so and this is really hard ground out here, so looks aluminum, therefore it is going to be aluminum. Just enjoy the sound. This was a solid iron, kept falling apart as I tried to take it out. It is not a school crossing guard's wand. And it is not reached its full potential. So that's started on the end because I knew the other end was round. So, again, you stop and you ask yourself, then you answer yourself. I'm loving the iron signals out here because they turn out to be very interesting things. And what I'm hoping they turn out to be is something that slings the rounds downrange. Somebody had to have lost one. Again, if you'll take note, I'm not banging in holes to do my digging. That is a tire tool. Tired tire tool. So I went and got my tire tool out of the truck and laid him out as cold as a block of ice. Do y'all know? Where did that come from? And another 68 to 70, and even though I know it's going to be a top piece of aluminum to a grenade or one of those, I can't resist. I just stopped and I use everything I have at my disposal. Crunchy, 40 to 99. Most likely it's going to be the bottom of a can. I'll show you how to tell the difference in a minute. That's a rock. Okay, I'm wrong. There's not many sounds quite as annoying. There's iron audio and pinpoint on that. I hear a dog. I don't know a dog. I'm really hoping this is for sure the top or the bottom of a can. I'm going to do my best to get it out as I've been trained, so as to not mess it up. I don't know. For some odd reason that looks plastic. Looks plastic, feels plastic, sounds plastic. It should be plastic, right? It is plastic, but it has metal wrapped around it. So there's more. Okay, let's put this together. It's impressive because these go together like whamma lamma 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 dingity ding di dong, but I'm not sure. This is every number that the machine will make with iron too, which is good, which means it should be a large, impressive piece of metal. It is a large piece of metal, and it could be simply a large piece of metal. Feels round, looks round, sounds round, and underground. That's a lot of clues. And if Blue was here, he'd give them. This could be the find that ends the video. I know that you're mumbling right now. Look at that beauty. I work with a guy that's almost that translucent. Put that right over there. We're going to take some of the top flavor off just so we can see it. I want to take the terratapa off before we get down there. Then I'm going to find out it was just a can after all. But I want to know what kind of a can. Okay, I'm gonna work on it. Okay, it's not as big as I thought. It's a box right there. A long box that I can move, but it's got a root over it, which is what's causing the problems. That is a Fisker's. I want to know what that is. Looks like another ammo can. Oh, I could do a little more work. You want to watch the whole thing? That's whipping my tail. It is another ammo can. The hasp or the side latch is over here, and the rest of it's over there. It's kind of whipping me down a little bit. So the next question is it full? I had outlined it, and unless there's more than one, then there's only one. And all this should come off now, but it doesn't. There's so many roots over it, and I don't want to pry it up. It'd be interesting to see if there's a big dent in the side, like the last one. I thought I had it dug up more before I turned the camera back on to impress you with my amazing skills, but I failed. This can is actually smaller than the others. Oh my goodness. And quite lovely. Did you hear that sound? No, I didn't bury that. I hope there's something in there other than ammo. I used to play Army when I was a kid. In any hillside like this, where they were rolling hills, any type lookout like this, I thought, okay, that's a good spot to sit There, that helicopter took off I was talking about. Pretty close too. But anything, like that's way up a hill, I don't know if you can tell, and then there's more hill up the hill, and there's on the hills you'll find trees, grass, leaves, and rocks, and translucent worms. But if I was a soldier, I'd be on a ridge like this, peeking over the side. And when the game was over and they said, get all your junk, I'd bury it. And that's what this fella did. There's the camp. I decided for a while I was going to be done with that because I like to do the ending like that. I really have. So that's a good one. But I got another signal right here that's iron also. And I thought, well, maybe there's something else out here that needs to be shown. And I'm hoping it's not just in that pod right there. I'm hoping it's something else a lot deeper. It was iron also. Well, oh, it's a complete one of those things is plastic, but feels metal. Help me ID that. Oh, there's the piece of metal. So I wonder if it's a magnet. No. I guess I'm done. There's the wrap up right there. We will open that next time, but it's quite the journey back to the base camp. Thanks for watching my videos.